Hi, my name's Daryl, and here's your Jeep news for Christmas Eve. So I previously reported that customers' orders were being canceled for the Jeep Wagoneer S, which is the EV model of the Wagoneer. So I thought maybe they were going to delay the release of the Wagoneer, and it seems like that isn't the case. And it could be just the fact that Jeep has already manufactured a bunch of the Wagoneer S EV models, and so they're probably just going with it. But nothing really new on the Wagoneer. So this has all been reported previously about, the 0 to 60 times and the range of about 300 miles. But what is new is that they now have a marketing campaign for it. And this is the YouTube video that they're going to be releasing. So yeah, let's check that out just real quick. Now this is going to be released already on YouTube, but it's also going to be released Christmas Day on Netflix, as well as a number of other kind of regular news outlets or media outlets. So you're going to see commercials for this, coming up relatively quickly, just on your regular televisions. So, kind of cool. What is also news is a lot of the problems that they've been having on their EV models. So if you haven't watched already, Throttle House did a great video about the Dodge Charger Scatback, the EV model, and they enjoyed the car, but they thought it was still half-baked. A lot of the programming of how the batteries and the motors work in regards to the throttle response, and just a lot of issues. I mean, there was like significant throttle response delay when you're pushing on the accelerator pedal. And yeah, that shouldn't happen on an EV. The other thing that's been happening with a lot of these models, as well as the Ramcharger Rev, is a lot of them have been bricking basically at dealership lots. And so they can't actually get them to run. So I would be a little bit hesitant or careful about getting either the Dodge Charger EV or the Jeep Wagoneer S EV. What I just found out, and I'm not sure why it is that I didn't see this before, this was released about a week ago. And they talked about, and there's always been talk about a Jeep Wagoneer 4xe, but I think a lot of folks maybe thought, the 4xe was going to be based on, the current Wrangler 4xe and the Grand Cherokee 4xe. But great news, it's not. It's actually going to be based on the Ramcharger. So there's a new Ram truck, the Ram 1500 Ramcharger. And I talked about this also a couple of weeks ago, where they were delaying the production of the Ram 1500 Rev, which is their fully electric model. And instead, they're going to focus on the Ramcharger, which is, it's basically an extended range EV. And so it's a full EV, but the big difference is it has this Pentastar V6 in the engine bay. And yeah, long live the Pentastar V6. They're going to find all kinds of uses for it here. And the Pentastar V6 acts as sort of a generator. So as you're driving down the road, the Pentastar doesn't have any connection to the drive wheels, but what it does do is it connects to the batteries and allows the batteries to charge as necessary, and it would actually connect to the motors on the front and rear wheels and allow and provide electricity to those motors so that they can, have full power even when you don't have battery power. And so yeah, if you get low on battery power and you really don't want to kind of wait for it to charge up, all you got to do is go to a gas station, fill her up, and you're ready to go. So I was really excited about the Ramcharger. I actually have a deposit down on one, so I got in line because we're looking at getting a bigger trailer and we want to be able to tow more. And I was, I've got a plug-in hybrid currently, so I was really excited about the Ramcharger. Now, if you're not all that familiar with the Ramcharger and what will now be the Jeep Wagoneer 4xe, it's pretty impressive numbers. So it's based on, as I mentioned before, the STLA frame platform, and it's going to have 0 to 60 time of 4.4 seconds with 663 horsepower and 615 pound-feet of torque. Additionally, it's going to have a payload capacity of approximately 2,500 pounds and an impressive towing capability of 14,000 pounds. And so, yeah, really impressive numbers on that drivetrain. And I don't see a reason why you would choose the fully battery electric model over this Ramcharger or this 4xe model. But great news in that same drivetrain is now going to be available in the Jeep Wagoneer S, and I guess they're going to call it the S 4xe. You know, I think the 4xe has kind of got a bad rap, so they might want to change the name to something else. Call it the Wagoneer Charger or something. I don't know, anything other than 4xe because of all the recalls that they've had. So Mopar insiders, their inside source, are saying that it's going to be starting production in Q4 of 2025, and it's going to be built at the Warren Truck Assembly Plant in Michigan. But yeah, really exciting news. So, you know, if you are considering a Wagoneer S EV, you might just want to wait for the 4xe or whatever they're going to call it, and just give it a little bit of time. You know, I think that 4xe version of the Wagoneer S, or the Wagoneer, I think it's actually could be a little bit less expensive than the regular battery electric model, because the battery is going to be smaller, and that's one of the big factors in the cost of an EV is that battery. And so by being a smaller battery, hopefully it's actually less expensive, because the Pentastars, you know, I think you can get a brand new Pentastar engine for around $5,000 or so. So yeah, really exciting news there. I'm so happy to see that new Ramcharger, that drivetrain, the method of having a plug-in hybrid range extender, that it's going to be made available in the Wagoneer. And I think that's probably going to happen with a number of the different models, both in the Dodge and the Ram and the Jeep platforms. I would imagine the new Gladiator. I don't think the redesigned Gladiator for the 4xe, which is supposedly going to come out sometime in 2025, I think it's probably too late for them to have that model, the range extending model, on that 4xe. But wouldn't that be great if somehow, some way, they found a way to redesign that Gladiator to use that STLA large frame and make it a range extending Gladiator? My goodness, wow, that would be awesome. So I don't imagine I'm going to have a video out tomorrow, so I do wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in a couple of days with additional Jeep news.